in China, if I understand you correctly, they don't actually own the physical land that they're on. They can own the building per se, but the land that they're on, they're just leasing for 50 or 70 years at a time. Is that correct?
That's how I understood it. Now, I haven't actually looked at buying there, so I don't know for sure, but that's how I understood it, which we do have here. That's how it is on the reservation as well. You are leasing it for a period of time. You can renew that, but you have to do certain steps to be able to get that lease again.
Yeah. In fact, we were looking at a property down in, for the state association. When we were going to move headquarters, we were looking at a property down in the plaza in Santa Fe. And there was a building that was available, but it was on a 99-year lease. And they were coming up on their lease in like 10 years. So they had started that lease back, in the early 1900s, which is pretty incredible. So what happens if you get to the end of the lease and they don't re-up the lease, or there's different terms? I mean, there's a lot of variables there. You'd think that'd be kind of weird.
That was one thing I really noticed too, especially in other countries, is there's land that's not deeded, or the houses are there illegally. And it's like, yeah, you can buy the house, but you're not actually getting it transferred into you. So I was seeing that a lot in like Italy. And then also the notary and title search is much more intense in some of these other countries than here. I feel like here we have really good records and it's very clear of who owns what. And it's very rare that there's a, illegally placed house on land where we are anyways. Who knows about other places? But that was one thing, is like your notary, your lawyer, and your title search were super, super important in a lot of other countries, which is important here as well. But it's not as convoluted.
It's a bigger importance there. Per se.
And bigger expense.
Yeah, I can imagine. And then back to the China component. Have you ever seen that? Like, you've seen images of the house. They call them nail houses. And the reason why they call them nail houses is because the government can come in at any time and say, hey, we are going to buy your land or take your land. And because we need a freeway here. And they offer what they think is fair market value in their terms. And some people disagree and say, I don't think that's fair market value, and I'm just going to hold on to my property the way it sits. They'll build a freeway around your home. And so they call them nail homes or nail properties because they kind of stick out like a nail on a board. And have you ever seen that image where it's like a 12-lane highway and a little house sitting in the middle? That is a nail home in China, where they have built an entire freeway system around the property.
I wonder how that works, because we have eminent domain here. Yeah. The government can offer you fair market price for your house for things like roads, but I wonder how it works where you can just say no, because in my understanding, I don't think you can.
Yeah, that's surprising to me, because here you can't say no. If they decide they're going to take it, they will take it. I'm surprised in a country like China, that's communist, that you could say no to your government. That's surprising.
Yeah.
I didn't ever realize that.
Yeah, apparently you can. Yeah, that's what I said too. I mean, saying no to the big government over there is be a little sketchy, but
right? I'd be a little worried.
Yeah. Well, then you have a house right in the middle.
Yeah,
why would you want a house right with a freeway built around it?
I remember watching a thing about that, and the owner did say at some point, he was like, yeah, I kind of regret not taking the money. Right. So, there are consequences
once
to
that freeway's up, you're never selling it.
Yeah.